Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hutchinson Sports Arena. We just came to the conclusion of a great overtime game between Chipola and the Monroe Mustangs. With us here is Coach Jeff Brustad. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Great win for your ball club. I thought Brandon and I were talking about at halftime, we thought the very best thing that could happen to your team is to get to the half, let you speak some words of wisdom and confidence into your kids. Kind of like the Harkham game at halftime, right? You got down a little bit at Harkham, and you came back with a great second half. What were the words of wisdom that you said there at halftime?
Not allowed to say them on TV.
I was about to say, it's probably colorful language, but I mean, it was the same thing like you said at the Harkham game. You know, just get back to the game plan, settle down. Shots are going to start falling, and you know they stuck to their guns, and we erased their lead pretty quick there. That one little stretch, we hit a couple of threes and got some stops at the other end, and got within one or two pretty quickly. So
yeah, one of the players I wanted to ask you about was Jordan Sanders. You know, he didn't score in the first half, and he was just incredible, I thought, in the second half, and I thought had some big spurts for you.
No doubt. He picked up two quick ones early in the first half. We put him a little bit in there before the end of the first half, got him out again in case he picked up his third. But come out in the second half and got some good looks and knocked him down for us. He had the one free throw that he missed there that kind of gave him the opportunity to get in overtime, but great job finishing the game at the free throw line.
He just wanted a little bit more basketball.
yeah, he's a great story for us. He was on our JV team last year and made it to the varsity, starting for us. So he's done a good job for us.
Coach, it was definitely interesting to see the players just coming out of that half. They were more comfortable. We talked about in the first half that you only took 8 threes, and that because it was so difficult in the paint, you were going to have to take some more, make some more, which you ended up doing. But guys then in that second half, when they caught the ball, they were ready. They were more prepared to take that shot.
Felt assertive out there.
Their zone is tough.
Right.
And
no way to simulate it, right?
You can work on it and practice all you want, but when you don't have the personnel that they have running the zone, it makes a huge difference. So I think, you know, the first half we kind of got a taste of what it really was, and you know, manned up a little bit at halftime and came out and met the physicality and got some good looks.
One of the things that I was impressed with, I thought your interior passing of your big guys was really good in the second half. Several times where you hit the high post, either they caught the ball, turned and looked opposite, or some interior pass for some lobs. I thought that was really key. Just some really nice, crisp passing.
Well, that was the game plan. You know, get Devere Palmer, number 13, or get Pong in there in the high post area, feed them. They could turn and hit that shot, or they could kick it out for the three, which we kind of got that going.
Yeah. Speaking of King Fang Pong. I thought there were some moments there in that second half where he just kind of took over in these short spurts, but that really chopped into that lead quickly. Yeah, I thought he played great.
He's a great offensive player. He's a great shot maker. You know, the issue is him on the defensive end. Is he going to bring the energy? And he brought it today for a stretch there and rebounded and played physical. So that kept him in the game for us.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. Great win. Really enjoyed getting to watch your team in person. And now you get a chance to go on a short break, you get to play South Plains.
There you go. I mean, at least the good thing with them as well is Chipola is, at least we're familiar with them. We played them earlier in the year out in Idaho. You know, I think it was a 6-point game. So, I mean, you know, we know each other, so that'll be good.
A lot of positivity to take away from that first one to talk to the players about.
Right. Have a nice dinner, get some rest tomorrow, and come back on, Monday?
Yeah, at least you get a day off, right?
That's nice.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it, guys.
Great job, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, that's Coach Jeff Brustad with the Monroe Mustangs, and we are getting ready for Game 4 between Three Rivers and Vincennes. Man, we have had 3 incredible games of basketball, Brandon.
My goodness. I mean, we've been covering this tournament for a while now, and I don't remember a first day that's had as many good games as we've had here. This has been something.
And now we get to end with a little bit of junior college basketball royalty, if you will, right? Three Rivers, Vincennes. There's probably, you can't combine to find 2 teams that have stepped on the sports arena court more than these 2 historic franchises. Veteran coaches of Vincennes, led by Todd Franklin. He's making his 16th appearance at the national tournament, which is 2nd all time. And of course, Coach Robert Kirby, very experienced as well. Brandon, when you think about this game, kind of what are the storylines that get you most excited?
Well, it's really going to be, again, contrasting styles of play. But they're both going to just try and grind you on defense. They're both old school coaches that have a lot of the same principles and the things that they demand and expect in a game. And so it's whether or not those players are going to execute. It's going to be a fine edge. I really think, as good as these games have been, these first three, this one should just be as tight as the others.
I had a coach come and told me that he's heard our comments about Triton and Columbia State and how rugged Columbia State was. He said that if you think Triton and Columbia State was rugged, there should be a parental warning for what's going to happen in Vincennes Three Rivers. This will be no doubt a physical game. Real quickly, inside for Vincennes, they need production and positivity from one Brian Akonmu. I know you know Brian really well. If you would, just share with the viewers a little bit about his story and what's so cool about Brian.
Yeah, unbelievable kid, born in Paris, grew up in England, played at Myers-Kopp, which is a big-time program over there, was the MVP of that league, has a mother who's blind, and Brian is really, pursuing this basketball thing to take care of his family. And so, he plays with that like there's something else in him that's more than just, I like to play basketball. He's playing for something bigger, and of course that's his family. But unbelievable kid, plays really, really, really hard, can switch all over the place. And in an environment like this, if he can just stay focused, he should have a huge impact on this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, these stories is what junior college basketball is all about. It's a pathway to provide for your family, Division I opportunities, college degrees, all of these great things that the junior college platform provides. It's been a great game, a great day of basketball so far. We believe we have one more good one in the books for us tonight. And if you haven't done so already, I can't believe you haven't, but make sure that you subscribe to ESPN Plus. Watch the game. As always, Brandon and I will be here following the conclusion of Game 4 to interview the winning coach and have a great sports night. And we'll see what happens between the Three Rivers Raiders and the Vincennes Trailblazers.